You know, I would forget my head. Yeah. All right. So we've missed some of the warm-ups on the recording, but right now we're in a balanced Wuchi position. We're going to do one more of the lifting up the heavens. So the right goes up, the left goes down, head stays parallel. Feel the pull and the tension through your body. And it comes back down. And then the left goes up and the right goes down. Keeping your head level and looking, straight ahead. And then it comes down. I think I'm going to change my camera view though. So one moment, please. So I'm going to stop that chair. And instead, I'm going to change my main video to be the back video. And then I'll change the front video, which is really the main video, to be the one that I'm sharing. That should make it easier for you to actually see what I'm doing. Does that make it easier? All right. So we've done the first three. So we're relaxed. Our knees are slightly bent. We're gonna.
It's umbrella.
What? Do you guys see me?
Sorry, that was me.
Oh, can you see me and hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So our knees are bent, we're relaxed, our hands are out slightly. And as I look to the left, I turn my hands over. Actually, I turn them open and out. So I'm looking backwards. So this one is called Wise Owl Glances Backwards. And then as I come forward, I look down. And as I look back, I look backwards. I come forward, I look down. I turn my hands the other way. So let's go one each more direction. So we look back, wise owls glancing over the shoulder, come back. And again, as I glance back and turn, I breathe in, and then I come back and I breathe out. So this is the one that I do the worst job on, but we're going to try. So step out even wider with your left foot. Let your hands come to your legs. And then we're going to sink to our right. Oops. Did I lose Misa again? Oh no, I got Jackie. All right. All right. So I'm wide. My hands are on my thighs, upper thighs. I'm going to sink to my right, look down, and as I breathe out, go around, come up the other side, breathe in, and I just do a turn of the head and I sink. And then I lean the other way. I come up the other way. And I do one more on each side. So I'm looking this way. I go all the way down, try to keep my back straight, all the way up. Just a little swing of the upper body and head, and then I sink. And I come up again, lean to the left, down and around. And I will work on my Qigong. I have not been practicing it. And we settle. All right, so we're going to step back in. We'll let our hands float up. Oops, mine are out of the picture. We'll let our hands float down. They turn over. They kind of trace a line right underneath where your heart monitor strap would be. And they slide down all the way along the back, over the toes, and you come up. Hands turn to face each other. They fall. They turn over. And then you kind of give yourself a massage on your back and the backs of your legs, all the way down, all the way to the toes. And then you let it come back up. One more time. And then we come down. Go ahead and step out. Make fists with both hands. And there, I guess my fists are at the weight, so I don't have my transitions very smoothly at the moment. But I want you to breathe in, and as you breathe out, kind of get an angry look and punch. Breathe in as you twist, make a fist. Hold back, breathe out. Breathe in, punch. Open, breathe in, breathe out as you bring it back. And this is a great way of releasing tension. Punch, turn, twist, make the fist, come back. Breathe in, punch, breathe out, turn, bring it back in. Perfect. And then my favorite of these, and it's really nice doing this at home, so come on in. Feet are under your body in parallel. Everything's nice and relaxed. And all you do is you come up on your toes, let yourself down about halfway, and let it drop. We're shaking the chi to the bottom. 2, let's do 4 of these. These are my favorites. 3, especially on carpeted carpet. It's very gentle, kind of. So, does everybody feel nice and loose and relaxed?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, it is so nice to have so many of our folks together. Jackie, I saw you come in, but I can't see you on my screen yet, so I'm trying to expand so I can see Jackie. There's Jackie.
We don't have sound.
And you brought Rick. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Rick.
Hi.
I'm gonna have to leave for a minute and turn up my sound.
Okay. Can you hear me or not?
Barely.
Okay.
Here, let's see. How do I even get out?
Well, to get
Oh, I
out.
don't mean to stop. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave meeting. I'll be.
Oh, she left the meeting. She'll be back. Anybody have anything to add for the good of the cause while I give her a second to come back? Misa, what are those pots above your head on top of the shelf? What's up high on top of your shelf? I think I might have frozen for Misa again. Hopefully I'm okay for the rest of you. All right, so Jackie's back. Can you hear me better now? So you've got several volume adjustments on your computer.
Oh, we can hear you now.
Oh, good. All right, so we're going to go ahead now. We're going to do what we're here for, which is the 37 form of Tai Chi.
Okay, thank you, and I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, you're fine. We're all experimenting and losing. We're all learning together.
Okay.
All right. We probably are losing too. We're learning together.
Off the screen. My mate is back in there.
All right. So if everyone will stand, your feet are together heel to heel. Your toes are at 30 degrees. Your knees are slightly bent. Throughout everything you do, keep your knees slightly bent, keep your body relaxed. Your head is upright, your body's upright, but it's not stiff like a soldier. It's upright, relaxed, ready for movement, all right? So we're gonna sink into our right, step out with our left, sink into our left, pick up your toes of the right ever so slightly, bring them to the front. Come back so that you're centered and relaxed. Breathe in, feel your body fill, let that go. And as you do, your hands float up as being lifted by an inflating ball. Your hands fall and they come to beautiful lady's wrists. Sink into your left, turn on your right, hold the ball. Sink into the right, look left, step a foot width, ward off left. Hold the ball, pivot on your right toes, step to the right to get width, ward off right. Turn to the right, hand under elbow, roll back. We're going to press by sinking. Don't let your knee go past your toe. Separate, roll back, push by sinking. Hands go parallel. All the weight goes into my left as my right foot goes pigeon-toed. All the weight goes into my right. I hold the crane. I put out the crane. I step with my left heel. I roll into it. I open up for single whip. I sink into the left, pivot on the right toes. Come up, lifting hands, pull back, shoulder strike, elbow strike, white crane spreads its wings. Right goes down, left comes up, step out with the left, brush knee push step. All the weight's in the left, the right toe comes up just a centimeter. Sink back into the right, play the loot. Step out with the left, brush knee push step again. Make a fist with the right, toe out to the left, sink into the left, step with the right, back fist, parry, punch, apparent withdrawal, push by sinking. Let my hips bring everything to the front. Now I'm going to stop after this first section just to check in with everybody. And so I settle in to crossing hands. I let my hands fall, sink into the left, toe out right, heel to heel, stand up. And that completes the first section. All right, I thought it'd be a good idea just to check in for a moment to see how everybody's doing. Can you guys all hear okay?
Yeah.
Any questions or anything you'd like to work on at this time in the first section, or should we go on to the second section?
Go on to the second.
Second section, all right. So we're going to start out the second section. We're going to get back into our our crossing hands position, but put all the weight into your left foot. So the right foot is on the ground, but it's empty. There's no weight in it, okay? And we'll do the second part. That allows me to gracefully get outside so I'm no longer standing in the ficus tree. So my knees are bent, I'm balanced, all the weight's in the left, my hand falls to the left, my right hand falls to the left, left comes up, I step heel first with the right, pivot, brush over the knee, and turn my right hand up. I roll back, so all the weight's in the left, press. So I'm basically doing a single whip on the diagonal. Push. All the weight goes to the left, the right hand, the right toe comes in pigeon-toed. I put out my counterweight, step to the corner, and sink. Roll back, so the weight's all on the right. Step with the left to the left. Sink into the left, step up with the right. Put out my foot, fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey 3 times. So step back with the left toe, push. Step back with the right toe, push. Trying to stay parallel if you can. Step back with the left toe, sink into the left, holding the ball left hand on top. Bring in your right toes, step out to the right, diagonal flying. Hold the ball on the right, step up with the left, switch your hands, cloudy hands. 1, 2, 3. As my weight shifts to the left, I step out with my right, hold the crane, put out the crane, open up, single whip. snake creeps down. So left hand goes out, right toes turn to the front, left toes come in, I go down along the craw, I come up, all the weight's gonna be in the left, I stand golden pheasant on the right, step back, or golden rooster. Golden rooster on the left, step back, high pat on horse. Cross in front, so all my weight's in the left. I look to the right, lift toe right, lift leg right, ward off push, cross in front, left toes in front, look to the left, lift leg left, step behind, swing in front, open, heel kick. Step out with the left, brush knee, push with the right. Toe out with the left, step with the right, brush knee, push with the left. Toe out with the right, make a fist, step with the left, low punch. Let that go as you come up. Toe out with the left. I'm going to back up just a little bit. Toe out with the left, step with the right, ward off right. Turn to the right slightly, roll back slightly, press by sinking. Separate, push by sinking. Hands go parallel. So this is the same single whip that we did before, except for this one's going to lead to fair lady works the shuttles. So as my weight shifts to the right, I bring in my left foot and my left hand. My right hand thumb turns down, it pushes behind. My weight comes back to the left. I step with the right. Left comes up like a tray. Right comes up with tray. Left comes under. I turn and push up. I roll back with all the weight into my right foot. Hold my hands in Buddha palm position. Pivot on the left. Sink into the left. Step with the right. Push up again. Roll back into the left foot. Hold my hands in Buddha palm. Centering step with the right. Step to the back corner. Push. Last time, fall back into Buddha palm. Turn my left, go pigeon-toed as it can. Sink into the left. Step with the right. Come up. Fair lady works the shuttles. Hold the ball on the right. Pivot on the left toe. Step to the left. Ward off the left. Hold the ball on the left. Pivot on the right toe. Step to the right. Ward off right. Turn to the right. Roll back. Press. Separate. Push. Single whip. All right. Check your single whip. Your toes should be pointing straight ahead. Your hands in kind of a chopping position. You're holding out the counterweight. Your elbow is falling. 70% of the weight is forward, the rest at the back. And let's shake that off for a minute, because that finishes the second section. All right. So,
I have a question.
excellent.
How many times do we do the Fair Lady? How many times do we do the Fair Lady?
There's 4 corners. So we do it once during the thing to all 4 corners. And we will, after we do this last section, we can practice Fair Lady, because it's always a good one to get us moving around, to get our brain thinking. And then we can come back and do the whole thing all together. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's pick up where we left off, and we're going to finish this thing. Woohoo! But that allows me again to cheat and to get right in the middle. So my left foot's in front, my knee is bent, but it doesn't go past my toe. My right leg is wide enough and at an angle. My body, my dantian, my belly button is facing the direction of travel. I've got out my counterweight, I've got my hand. So I'm going to do snake creeps down again. So as I come back, my toes go out, my left toes come down, my hand goes inside my leg, comes up, whoa. to the 7 stars. Step back, let that go. Open up to the left. Foot, hands, I'll point to my left. And then I walk around or spin around. And when I get to this position, I sink into the left and I do a lotus kick, which is a circle kick. I make fists, I sink into the right, and I bend the bow. I let everything fall to the right. I step with the left. Everything fall all the way to the left. I step with the right. Back fist, parry, punch. Parent withdrawal, push by sinking. Let my hands go parallel, cross, let that go, sink into the left, toe out right, heel to heel, stand up, and we did it. All right. So,
Very good.
thanks. So we're going to do the 4 corners. The Fair Lady works the shuttle. And just remember, each time you do Fair Lady, you're going to be going to a different diagonal. And there are 3 big swings and one short step connection, plus the original kind of short step connection to get you going. So we'll talk you through it. And then we'll do, if there's anything else you want to do after that, we'll do it. So let's do the Fair Lady works the shuttles. Okay. So I'm going to turn around. You remember, it, like most things, it seems like it starts from the single whip position. And so the first thing I'm going to do is send my weight back to the right. My left hand, my left toe comes in. I send my weight to the left. My right hand turns down and thumb. I push, I step, I scoop, I step, left comes under right, and then my whole body turns. So this arm comes up to block, the right hand goes to push. So that's the first one. Then I sink back into my right, holding the Buddha palm. So one hand is at the dantian, the other is kind of centered at my center line. I go pigeon-toed as I can on the left. I sink back into the left. And here's one of those big 270-degree steps. And after I step, I bring my toes around on my left, because you always want your knees and toes to be in alignment. And I come up, Fair Lady works the shuttle number 2. I sink back. I step with the right. I step with the left to the back corner. So back diagonal. I sink back into my right, pivot on my left, sink into my left, and do the final corner. Hold the ball on the right, step out to the left, ward off left. And that kind of finishes the sequence.
Okay.
And don't worry, we're
Can
going
we
to
do that again?
We can do it again. This is one we do all the time, because it's hard because you're spinning directions and there are lots of big blind steps. So would you like me to face this direction or the other direction?
The other direction.
Okay. All right. So we're starting off 70% in my front leg. I'm holding my counterweight. I sink back into my right leg. My left hand, my left toes turn pigeon toe. As I sink into the left and lose weight in the right, I push with my right hand. I step with my right foot, scoop with my right hand, holding the tray, step with my left, left comes under right, and my whole body twists up to block and punch. Because this is a martial art after all. I sink back to my right, Buddha palm, pivot on my left toes as pigeon-toed as I can, sink into my left, and then step a big step with my right, come up, sink forward, block. Sink back into the left, just a centering step with the right to change the angle of my foot, step to the back corner, push up. Sink back into the right, hold the Buddha palm with the right hand underneath. Sink into the left, last big corner. Press up, let all the weight sink into the right, hold the ball with the right, move your left toes to the right slightly, ward off left. And then for their first view, ward off right, the whole grasp the bird tail, single whip sequence. Okay?
Very good.
Other questions or comments?
What is the Buddha palm?
You know, I think it's just what we called it, but the idea is one hand is like this and the other is like that. It's just kind of a peaceful position. Misa, do you know why this is called Buddha palm? I have a Buddha behind me. You can see the hands are somewhat like that in the Buddha.
Okay, I don't do your Buddha pose.
You
I
don't?
never heard until you say that. Mine
Oh, I thought that's what Andrew called. I thought that's what we always called it.
Made it up for you.
well,
No
What do
kidding.
you, well, how do you hold your hands, Misa? Or are you just holding the ball?
Play-Doh the ball, like you can't see, but then, let's see.
No, I can see.
You see?
Uh-huh.
It's about like, it's not exactly vertical, but then it will turn. And this is not a dantian, it's just holding the ball,
Uh-huh.
but not this way, but then this gently, it's my teachers said cradling the ball.
Cradling the ball.
Cradling the ball. It's not this, but then a little bit, relaxed, a little angle here. And this one is almost horizontal.
Uh-huh.
And then when you go like so. But I don't know where you learned the Buddha pose.
Oh, that was from Alan.
Really?
Yeah.
Who doesn't do?
That's just what he called. That's just what he called it, was Buddha palm. But I'm happily with cradling the ball either way. It's just
Whichever you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Now you know what Buddha pose is when she says Buddha pose, but I don't particularly like it, so I do my own way.
one it could potentially be offensive to someone who follows that religion. You know?
I don't think so because
Okay.
this is, after all, from China. So, you have to like it. You have to like what you're doing. And
So
what
we're both doing very similar things. She has a different name for it, and it's more consistent because everywhere else you're basically holding the ball. So in this one, instead of holding the ball, she's cradling the ball.
Yeah, correctly.
Yeah, I
Sort of like this way. That's how I learned for 20-some years. So I have two great teachers. Both did the same way.
Uh-huh.
So that's how I do. And another thing I'm different from you and then Alan is when you go from here,
Uh-huh.
what the
Yeah, he adds in the extra
go
step.
like this one. I don't.
Yeah. And neither does the professor. He just steps
No,
to the
no.
corner.
None of my teachers did that either.
So
So,
that's something I picked up from Alan, and I've just stuck with. I kind of like it.
Yeah, you have to like it. You do the way you like. It doesn't really bother anything else.
No, and if you think about it from a martial standpoint, you would probably want to step to the corner as quickly as you could, rather than doing all
This is
the.
more like a chin style, because young doesn't go this way.
Uh-huh.
But if you like
Okay.
it, that's yeah.
Well, thank you. That was very helpful. All right. Well, I think we should do it one more time, and then we'll call it a session. Okay. So all the way from the beginning. And if you just want to step out when we're doing the Fair Lady Works the Shuttle, rather than doing all the scooping, all the other stuff, I'm fine with that. So it's whatever works best for you. Most important thing is to keep your body upright, keep your body relaxed, and make sure that anywhere you step, that the heel lands first or the toes land first when going backwards, so that you know that you are stable, because we don't want anybody falling. That's one of the biggest benefits of Tai Chi, at least for me, is right before I started it, I had a number of falls on ice and things in winter. And now, I think I step a little more carefully when I step and a little more aware. And I haven't had any falls since. If someday we'll have my wife Kathy on here, she can tell you about a hilarious fall I had off the porch, the front porch of our house, where I was just very fortunate I did not break something seriously, because it was a complete Laurel and Hardy, feet going up, head coming down. Exactly. All right, so all together, the main thing I want you to focus on this is just relax, enjoy, and move. Don't worry too much about the details. All right. Probably should get my big red ball out.
No, no.
I'm not sure how it got into that corner. All right. So our head is upright. We're relaxed. We're breathing. Let everything go. Sink into the right. Step out with the left. Sink into the left. Bring the right toes to the front. Come to the middle. Breathe in.
Hi, Deb.
What?
Can I call you back?
Oh. Breathe in, let your hands float
Sorry.
up. Breathe out, let your hands sink into beautiful lady's wrists. Sink into the left, pivot on your right heel. Sink into your right, hold the ball. Step out with your left. Ward off left. Hold the ball. Pivot on your right toes. Step slightly to the right. Ward off right. Turn to the right. Hand goes under elbow. Sink back, so almost all the way to the left. Come forward. Press. Your hand pressing into the wrist, left into right. Roll back. Push by sinking. Hands go almost parallel. You all the way goes to the left. Pigeon toe on the right. Come back to the right. Hold the crane. Without the crane. Step. Heel first with the left. Open up. Sink into the left. Pivot on your right toes. Close. Lifting hands. Pull down. Step with the right. Shoulder strike. Elbow strike. White crane spreads its wings. Right goes down. Left comes up. Right goes by the ear. Step out. Brush knee twist step. Right toes come up just slightly. Roll back into the right. Play the lute. One more brush knee twist step. Make a fist with your right. Toe out left. Sink into your left. Step with your right. Back fist. Parry. Punch. Parent withdrawal. Sink and push. Hands go parallel. All the weight comes to the right. Pivot on your left toes. Crossing hands. Weight and everything drops to the left. Left hand comes to the left ear. Step with the right heel. Brush knee. Push. Turn over your hand. This is carry the tiger to the mountain. Roll back. Press. Separate. Push by sinking. Hands go parallel. Single whip on the diagonal. Sink into the left. Sink back to the right. Step to the left. Step up with the right. Bend your elbows. Put out your leg. Sink, fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. This form, we stay wide and try to keep our feet parallel. So turn your body. Try to keep your feet parallel as you can. On the last one, this one, sink into the left, hold the ball left on top. Step out to the right, diagonal flying. Hold the ball on the right, step up. Cloudy hands. Turn your waist. On this last one, sink into the left, step out with the right, put out the crane. Single whip. Snake creeps down. So the hand goes inside. We come up, centered over our left, our head's upright. We bring up our right foot, step back. Stand on the right, bring up your left knee, step back. High pat on horse. Cross in front, look to the right, lift leg right. Ward off push as you step into the right. Cross in front, look to the left, lift leg left. Step behind, swing in front, open, heel kick left. Step to the left, brush knee push. Toe out left, step with the right. Brush knee push with the left. Make a fist as you rock back, toe out to the right. Sink into the right, step with the left, low punch. Come up, toe out left, sink into the left, step with the right, ward off right. Slight roll to the right, slight roll back, readjust if you need to. Press by sinking, separate, push. Single whip, leading to fair lady works the shuttles. So left comes in, left foot comes in, right pushes, I step, I scoop, step with the left, press up. Roll back into the right, cradle the ball or Buddha palm, whichever you prefer. Step to the back corner, press up. Roll back, cradle the ball, step with your right, step to the front corner, or I guess the back corner, push. Roll back. Last one, turn as pigeon toe as you can on your left, sink into the left, step with the right. Final fair lady. Sink into the right, hold the ball, step out with the left, ward off left. Hold the ball on the left, pivot on the right toes, step out with the right to get whipped, ward off right. Turn to your right, roll back, press, separate, push. Single whip. Snake creeps down. So the left goes out, right toes turn to the front. As the left comes in, the toes come in. You push and push back out, come up, 7 stars. Let that go as you step back with the right. Open up, swing everything to the left. Either turn around or walk around. Lotus kick. Step out with the right. Make fists. Bring your fists up in parallel. Bend the bow. Swing all the fists and your weight to the right. Step with the left. Swing back around. Step with the right. Back fist. Parry. Punch. Apparent withdrawal. Push. Let your right hip bring everything to the front. Sink back into your left as you cross hands. Bring your foot into parallel. Sink. Let your hands fall. Sink all the way into the left. Toe out right. Heel to heel. Stand up straight. Salute. All right.
Very good.
So thank you all very much for coming. I'm going to stop the recording.
Thank you for putting all this together.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you again.
Thanks.
You're welcome. If I can find the recording. Ah, there it is.